Welcome to the new episode of PodRaznoKast. Today we are speaking with Mr. Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest, Elegant, Weapons, and a bunch of other projects. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for taking the time today.
As far as I saw, you've been very busy lately promoting the upcoming Evolution album. Can you maybe tell us for the beginning, this kind of conversations and all that? What's your opinion on them? Do you like them, or do you take them as part of the job?
It's part of the job. It's telling everybody, about the new record. It's the same, when we play live, when we go out on a tour to promote an album. It's the same, really. It's bringing everyone's attention to the new record, which we're proud of. We've been recording the record over the last couple of years. So to get to this point now when we're going to release it, and it's just letting everybody know it's a new record. We dropped a new single. We've got some new guys in the band. Christopher Williams from Accept, Davey Rimmer from Uriah Heep, along with me and Ronnie Romero, obviously. And it's out on the 24th of this month, April. So we're excited to get it out. We're excited for people to hear it, and we want to tell them about it. Obviously, as you said, it's a lot of interviews, a lot of talking. My voice is going to go soon, but it's all part of it, man. I like doing it.
Do you maybe remember any particular questions that stuck in your mind even after the interview? Is there some particular that?
Well, people ask, why is the album called Evolution? And the reason is, as I said, is some new guys in the band. They joined the band in 2023. When the first record, Scott Travis played drums, Rex Brown played bass, and obviously after COVID and the lockdowns were lifted, Scott was focused on Priest, and Rex went to Pantera for the celebration of Pantera. So I had to get some new guys. So the band evolved. We recorded the record differently in this time. So we recorded the drums together. Me, Christopher, and Davey got together in the studio, recorded the drums together, which made, I think, more of a cohesive, spontaneous foundation for the record to be recorded with, So, and Ronnie as well. We recorded Ronnie differently. Ronnie was in his studio in Europe. Andy Sneap, who produced the record, was in his studio in the UK, and I was in my studio in Nashville, and we recorded him on a Zoom call like this in real time. So if we had to change anything, we could do it. Different vocal line, different harmony, or anything like that. We could do it all together. So that's what people usually ask, why we called it Evolution, and that's some reasons why. We also think the songs show a different side of the band as well. There's a ballad on this song. We've got some more keyboards on this song from Adam Wakeman. So that's what they usually ask, why we called it that, and they're the answers to it. I'm doing your job for you, really. I'm asking myself questions and answering them. So yeah,
this is a point of a good question,
yeah, well done. Yeah.
Okay, but if my research is correct, the songs from this upcoming release that will be out on April 24th are actually older than the stuff on the first record. Did I got that right?
Some of them are. Sometimes I have riffs. I think a lot of people are the same. We have riffs or a chorus or a melody that's been around for a long time, and for some reason or another, we haven't found the right song to put it in. We haven't found the right verse or the right midsection or whatever it is. So songs like "Come Back to Me," the ballad, I've had the chorus for maybe more than 15 years, and I've tried it in different ways of writing the song, or different verses and stuff. But it never worked. For some reason this time it worked when I was writing for this record, and I used it and released it. So yeah, some of them have been around for a long time. But that was the same on the first record as well. Even with Judas Priest, when we do the writing sessions, when I'm coming up with stuff for Priest, I can come up with something new and then think, oh, I've got an old riff that I've had for a long time that could fit with that, and that's how sometimes it happens. So yeah, you never know what you're gonna remember from the past that you haven't used before. and when you're going to use it. So yeah, and they seem to work on this record, and they seem to work, and we put them down.
And how do you keep balancing your professional life, your private life? I mean, after all, priests are always busy now. Summer is coming, also coming in Croatia, near Slovenia. And also other band members, like you mentioned, they're also busy with other stuff. So how, I mean, as far as if I understood correctly, in the autumn you plan to also hit the road with Elegant Weapons. Are there some already some stuff in the works? Can you maybe tell us?
Well, we're trying to. You're absolutely right. We're trying to get some dates together. The hardest thing with Elegant Weapons, I think, is getting the schedules to match. So we're all in other bands, as you know, and it's hard. The challenge is to get everyone together and free at the same point in time, so we can go and do some dates. We're looking at the possibility of some dates when Priest get back from tour at the end of September. We finished the European leg of the Priest tour at the end of September. So maybe after that, we can get some Weapons dates together, hoping everyone is available. And when we do that, we'll let everyone know, obviously, on the social accounts and on the website and stuff like that. So we'll let you know as soon as we do.
Yeah, definitely looking forward, especially in November. I saw Ronnie live. He played here in Ljubljana, and yeah, he actually came with Gus G when they were on the tour together.
Brilliant.
So
Fantastic, yeah.
really an institution, yeah. You also put out your latest single, Bridges Burn. That, based on data on YouTube, surpassed 20,000, now almost going to 25,000 views. So based on that, can we say that you are satisfied with the results, that people are really waiting for the album?
Well, it can always be better. You know what I mean? We can always get more views. And that's why we do this. That's what we were talking about earlier, getting people's awareness, getting awareness out there that the album's out, and getting as many people as we can to see the new video. Hopefully they like it and get the record. That's all we can do, really. So yeah, the feedback so far has been positive. Obviously, we want people to have a positive reaction, but we can't control that. But just getting, as I said, people aware that we've got something new out is all we can do, and then the rest is in their hands.
Trying to get decide. As many channels and media as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the record, you're also one of the main songwriters. Can you maybe tell us how do you know what song will be Weapon song and what song will be Judas Priest song?
It's usually pretty easy to hear the difference. We know what Priests sound like. It's a character that's been around for over half a century. It's if it's kind of I mean, Priest is what am I trying to say? Priest's character is a very strong one, and luckily, I think that to me, Elegant Weapons has its own character too. So usually, when I'm running a riff, I usually know what band it's going to go to. There's sometimes is some crossover in the middle where it can go to both, but usually it's pretty obvious which one it's going to go to. I think some things like on the new record, The Devil Calls, or on the first record, Do or Die, it's a little bit more 80s metal influenced. So that could go either way as well. But for the most part, it's pretty clear to me what band is going to get the riff.
Yeah, especially since you've been in the Priest for the last 15 years, if I count that correctly. So yeah, playing all this song and exercise sessions. So yeah, you probably this is mine.
Yeah, as I said though, once we could probably write something that could go in both bands, and once Rob sings on it, it becomes a Priest song.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got such a strong character that you could write a jazz song and give it to Rob, and it's going to sound like Priest. I'm joking, but you know what I mean. He's such a recognizable voice,
And if you also stop by album's production, so the Evolution album was co-produced by you and Andy. So Andy also produced the last Priest albums. Is there maybe any chance, or I mean, were you, let's say, playing with an idea that you might also co-produce the next Priest album, since you've been also major author?
No, not really. I mean, when we do Priest stuff, Andy's the boss. You know what I mean? He's the guy in the producer chair, and he's telling us what to do. With Elegant Weapons, it's just a bit more. He trusts me with the guitar and the songwriting, really. So from that point of view, it's different. Obviously, he's going to do all the technical stuff, all the mics and the mic placement and mixing and mastering, and the technical stuff comes from him. But with Priest, it's just him in the producer chair, so it's very different in that regard. But yeah, we work well together, both in Priest and Elegant Weapons. So we want to keep it the same, really.
Okay, if we move to the Priest part of your career, so it's been well now known that you've been already also working on the follow-up to Invincible Shield. Can you tell us what can we expect? Will that be like a follow-up to the last album, or will that be totally different? I mean, now since being with a career more lasting for over 50 years, it's, I guess, hard to reinvent the wheel. But what is still keeping you busy? I mean, you guys still enjoying making new music, of course. So what is driving you?
That's a great question. I mean, as far as a follow-up to Invincible Shield, I don't think so. I think Invincible Shield stands alone. I think when you have to, after Invincible Shield, what are we going to do next? That's always the question that we ask ourselves. And to be honest, it kind of has to come naturally. You have to kind of listen to what ideas you're coming up with. And sometimes an album tells you what it's going to be. You have some ideas and they're coming out, and it takes shape along the way. And you just have to listen to what's coming out, and that's kind of what's coming out organically. So you have to listen to that. So what we've got at the moment is the foundation of the new record. We've got drums, we've got guitar, bass, and lead guitar. We're still working. We've got to get some vocals down and stuff, and then we'll see where it goes. But it's sounding. Obviously, it's sounding like Judas Priest. It's sounding different from Invincible Shield, but it's sounding similar because it's the same band. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is also why I loved the last couple of albums, because you guys, I guess, are not afraid to take chances. Like, I don't know, for this one, like Sea of Red, or so stuff that's considered like, I guess, deep cuts or something. And I mean, still like 50 years plus and still taking chances. So I guess that's a very strong evidence of band that's still, I guess, making music because they love it, not just, new album, new tours and all that.
Definitely. I don't think you can do anything. They've been doing it, as we said, for more than 50 years. I don't think you can do anything for more than 50 years if you don't love it. So
Yeah,
we all love what we
definitely.
do.
And that it's not just, word recycling is not the right one to describe it, but you should, you have some bands that are recycling one hit that was big, 30 years ago, but you guys still like new stuff.
Yeah.
And that is also my next question. So last touring cycle was based on the Invincible Shield and on the Painkiller. And now, as far as I got, it will be like a matter of inspiration, so to say. You will then put your set list together. But is there maybe some era of the band that you would like to visit or maybe revisit particularly?
I mean, personally, I'd like to do like Screaming for Vengeance and Defenders of the Faith.
Killer, yeah.
Those two records. So maybe it could be called like screaming for the faith, or like defenders of vengeance, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's totally fantasy. That's nothing that we've spoken about or anything like that. But that's just something I'd like to do. But I think this one, as you said, the last one was pretty album specific. It was Invincible Shield and Painkiller. So I think this one, this summer in Europe, it's just going to be a bit more free over the band's career. And nothing too specific, just a celebration, I think, of everything Judas Priest. So it will be fun to see what we come up with.
And is there any particular song that you would like to put on the set list, but were, I guess, vetoed from other members? Like,
let me think. I think we've done a lot of songs over the last few years.
Yeah,
we've done
because
a lot of songs.
This is always when you tour, especially, I don't know, in USA or so. So I always keep watching Setlist FM to see what is new, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, because usually if we go out for like a third leg in the US or something, we have to do different stuff because we can't play the same stuff again that we played twice before. So we have to change it up. So we pull some good ones out. But I would like to play. We've played it before, but I'd like to play "Night Comes Down" again. I love "Night Comes Down."
Awesome! Yeah.
I love that song. It's such a great song, especially for festivals. But as far as songs that we haven't played, "Reckless" from the Turbo album, we haven't played that one. I'd like to play that. We rehearsed it, I think, for the Redeemer of Souls tour, I think, but we never played it. Or maybe it was Firepower. I can't remember. But we've played so many. No, I think apart from Reckless, we've played all the ones that I want to play, really. Unless I'm forgetting one.
Okay, so we have to respect your time. You probably have a bunch of similar colleagues waiting for your time. Like I said, very big honor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother.
Good
Real
luck.
pleasure. Thanks for your time too, man.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with the album and also health. You should. I read that you have very strict health regime. So good luck with that too. So do you have maybe any final thoughts that you would like to share with fans of Elegant Weapons, Judas Priest, viewers?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for the support, obviously, for Elegant Weapons and Priest over the years. We look forward to seeing you again sometime in the future, both with Priest and Weapons. Keep defending the faith, and we'll see you very soon.